Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so it's time for a vision board. It's time for us to reflect. It's time for all this good stuff. And I put the vision boards on my y'all on a site that's not working. So it's like I'm gonna give you a new site. They keep messing with my Wix site. It's on my Wix site, but it's on my it'll be on my WordPress site too. So I put it on both sites, on my Wix site and on my WordPress site. But it's I'm adding it now. ShaketiScouts.org. So it's gonna be www.shaketiscouts.org. That's my new website. Like that's the new site. So anyway, it's time to reflect. And I think I've done this before, but let's do it again. Let's just go over it again because everything gets old and you gotta share it again and you gotta find it and it's like I don't wanna find it. I don't need to do that. So let's just do it this way. So first off is based on Denzel Washington inspired reflections and goals. And the reason why I did this is because Denzel Washington has like all these cool quotes that he uses or whatever. Like all these just all this plethora of experience with him and his wife. Like you understand what I'm saying? So you can even use some of his wife's quotes. I probably couldn't find any, but that's what it is because she's like usually pretty private, right? The other reason I did it is because his birthday is in December, and I'm like, that is God's way of saying plan your life. Start to plan your life. Start to plan your life for what's going to be good for you. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's do that. So the first thing is we got the first page, and then we have the Denzel Washington quote that you choose. So this is like the quote that you choose. You just search the Denzel Washington quote and find something that relates to the year that you want to have. So you place the quote here. If you're doing it as a family, then everybody just chooses the quote and puts it there as a family. Okay, next, then you have reflection of what happened. And I this time I put in a reflection wheel. I know they use it for classrooms, but it's like for real, you can use it now too. Like you can use it for your podcast. You can use the reflection wheel for your podcast. You can use the reflection wheel for a day that you had. Like, say for instance, you go to like a YouTube meeting or a Google meet. I've been to Google meetings and like we in this big room and it's like all this stuff and it's like you trying to learn something, all this different stuff. You might want to reflect. You could have a date that was like really informative and you could take that time to reflect too, like what is making you think this, because everything doesn't isn't always based on the article. You can look at the YouTube, the CGI videos, and you might want to reflect. So it's like those are things like when you have some situation where you have to collect your thoughts and it's like the aftermath, it's the hindsight, and you just like you had a day to think and you want to write those things down. That's what it is. That's to be reflective. Usually teachers have students also reflect in letters, like if they read a story for the week, like how did you relate to the story. So this is something where we call it using your schema. So your schema is like information that's already stored in your brain that's about you, that's your essence, your aura, and it connects you to whatever it is that's being presented. Because that's part of being human. You want to connect with things, you want to connect with people. So, reflection, what happened? What was the best part? What was the worst part? What were some of your accomplishments, lessons learned? Like even if you reading too, like reading is reflection too. Like you'll have times where you want to do like visualization. So my reflection, y'all, I know. Okay, I know the design is just horrible. Like I know that, like it's like, oh my god. But I actually put these little highlights in there. This is the thing that I added that's new. And like I said, the design is bad, but it's like this is something where you can look at it and see, okay, how did I feel about this? Like, what happened to for me to want to reflect? What were my feelings about the reflection? What are my thoughts on the reflection? What did I learn from this? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and not really on exactly, it is a reflection, but yeah, that's what it is. What did I learn from this and all this stuff? So that is the importance of a vision board too. So that's also how you can look at your year. So you can look at your year and be like, okay, What did I learn from this year? Like what are my takeaways? What are my failures? What are my accomplishments? All those different things. I'm sorry, because that's what I was when I was talking about this. I was just talking about one day, one moment. But this is really your year. So what's the best part of your year? What was the worst part of your year? What are your accomplishments for the year? What lessons did you learn for the year? And so this reflection actually, when you go by the application first, step one, step two, step three, step four, it'll actually lead you through what you could think about for what happened for your year two. Like you can do that for the year two. That's why I put it in there. Okay. Okay. And then theme. So this theme is inspired by the quote that you choose. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever quote. Let me look up one real quick. Let me say Denzel Washington quotes. Just so I can give you a better example. Let's see. Okay, luck is when an opportunity comes along and you're prepared for it. Oh my God! You pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud too. Y'all, that's the one I love. You pray for rain, you got to deal. Y'all, I got to deal with the mud. I was in the muck. Do you hear me? Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Um, it is because ease will leave you stupid and hardship will leave you educated. So ease, like when people are just when you just like you don't know anything, it's because they had it easy. They had it easy. And even when they had it easy, they didn't study, they didn't take credit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's what it is. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. That's the truth. Um, that's why I'm the ultimate weapon. Okay, I think let's do luck is when an opportunity comes along and you're prepared for it because then that helps me with my scouts. Okay, so be prepared. So that's what it is. So my theme is like be prepared. So quote inspired theme. So then you so quote inspired thing. So that's what it is. It's be prepared. In 20, oh my God, I gotta go back and change that. In 2021, I am become now I gotta re-upload and everything. In 20 is really in 2026, I am becoming. Do more of, do less of, and this is after you've done everything about your reflection. So once you've reflected, then you just go back through. Okay, vision board. How does my future self look? I just saw Bretman Rock, Bretman Rock. I love Bretman Rock. I also love Cyrus, but I haven't seen Cyrus or whatever for a long time. So it's like Bretman Rock. Like you see when he first started, he's like this young little cute person. Like you're just like, oh my God, you're a doll. And now he's a vixen. Do you see the difference? I love it. He's a vixen that eats very good food, and I'm like so for it. I'm so for eating good food. So that's what it is. It's like I'm sending you to him because he does great hair, he did good makeup, and now he's giving us good food. It's like, oh my God, it's wonderful. And he just does this stuff himself. He does the gardening and everything himself. So it's like he's not just another pretty face. He works in the garden, he takes care of the chickens, they have dogs, all types of stuff. I think he's in the Philippines or something like that. Just a great situation. I like Cyrus because Cyrus gives us like fashion and makeup and name brands and all this different stuff. So it's like it's stuff that's affordable. Cyrus makes you see, okay, wait a minute, the high life is affordable. Like in some type of way, I can get it on sale and and be okay with it. So that's what it is. It's like that's what I'm saying. So it's like, how does my future self look? It's okay for you to evolve. Brett Man went from having this short haircut to this long hair and this chiseled body. And it's just like, oh my God, it's gorgeous. Like it's like all these changes are gorgeous. All these changes are life and growth and wisdom and all this different stuff. So it's great. Like I just saw him actually use he just pollinated one of his dragon fruit trees or something like that. I was like, what? That is amazing. Like I could not imagine with a makeup brush. Do you know? But see, this is the difference. But I would do the same thing, but I would need a whole make. I would get some type of fancy set or something, y'all. I do overdo it sometimes. I'm not. I have to have something gaudy. So it's like I would have to have a gaudy makeup brush or whatever. And it's like that's it. That's the only difference. It's like he pollinated his dragon fruit and got a different flavor from the dragon fruit. Because I'm saying the same thing. I like dragon fruit, just the idea of the seeds. I like the texture in the seeds, but you really can't taste anything. So, okay, let me move on. Okay, so anyway, what does your future self look like? Now, this is my favorite thing, Ikigai, because I deal with money. Like, I like playing with money. I love numbers. Money can rise and money can fall. And it's like, okay, well, what happened to the money? Like, it's also like, I like the percentage. I like percentages. I also take my what I made for the month and what I spent on house and transportation and I give myself a percentage of what I've done for the month. Like it'll be like, and so some of those numbers go up, some of them don't go down. Last month my personal expenses were high. This month my personal expenses are actually low. So it's like that's something that I do. Like it's like um I don't know, like it's like I like that stuff. I like that kind of stuff. So anyway, it also helps me with art and all this. Like I know people are like, how do you relate art to numbers? I do not know, but it's something beautiful to me. Okay, so Ikigai Guide, it just like helps you do what you love and make money at what you do. So when you look at this, it's like, what do you love? What's your passion? What does the world need from you? Okay, so if I was going to do this, what do you love? I love to do art. What does the world need from me? You understand what I'm saying? Well, the world needs me to create something useful. You understand? Because me, I like to, I'm not a dust collector. I don't like to have my art collect dust. If I create something and it's like I want it to be played with. Like I want a child to take it and play with it. If a child is in my house and it's on a shelf, that child can actually take it off the shelf and play with it. It's like that's what I do. So, um, that's how I think. I think about the fabrics and how good it'll feel, what happens when I wash it, and all this different stuff. I really am like a textile artist too. So what does, you see what I'm saying? What does the world need from me? The world needs like great toys, great things to collect. Great. Yeah, I'm not the collector. I want you to understand I'm the person that will use the resource. I use it to like the finest tip. If it's fabrics, I use it all the stuff, all the scraps. I use to stuff something into something else. I might use it to make a different article. You know what I'm saying? So, what are you good at? I'm good at making stuff. I'm good at building stuff. What can you get paid for making and building stuff? For designing stuff, I can get paid for that. Can I find a job for it right now? No, because all the people have stolen from me and now are using my stuff at their jobs and still try to do it. So here we go. So Ikigai God, find your own. So it's like this is what I'm trying to tell you because this is why I'm telling you guys about scheming and how you can think and how you think and how you visualize. We usually teach these things during reading comprehension. And it's also comprehension during movies and different things like that. It's comprehension is basically to understand. So it's like that's been my fight because these people want to pretend to be me in order to use my stuff. And it's like that's not something that's safe for you because you are not me. You don't know how many different things I'm thinking about at one time. So they think I'm a simple minded person and I'm not. I'm not retarded. I'm a very complex minded person. I just look like I'm simple. You understand? So it's like Ikigai, find your own. Stay active and don't retire. Adopt a slower pace. This is actually the Ikigai stuff. Um, only eat to be 80% full. Surround yourself with good friends. Get in shape with daily gentle exercise. Smile and acknowledge people around you. Reconnect with nature. Give thanks to things that brighten your day and make you feel alive. Live in the moment and follow your Ikigai. So that's just like something that's just like giving you a little life, right? So now, how will you do these things? So that was an example. So now, how will you stay active? How will you slow down? How will you eat better? How will you keep friends and family? How will you exercise? How will you acknowledge others? How will you reconnect with nature? How will you give thanks? How will you live in the moment? How will you share your ikigai? So that's what it is. Like when it's like, okay, well, How do I reconnect with nature? Do not get upset with yourself if you can't reconnect with nature. Some people do not like birds or bugs and all this. You see what I'm saying? They don't want to be outside. But how can you do it? You can walk. If you swim, you can swim. It's up to you. So then here we are. These are your goals. And this is important because it's like, okay, your personal goals. This is what helps you create your vision board. So this is where you like this is where like all comes together. So you've done all this stuff to just like you giving yourself all this background about yourself, but now you get to this page and it'll be so much easier. See, I gotta change the it says 2021. Okay, I gotta change the stuff on here too. So how will my 2026 change? What are my personal goals? You see what I'm saying? What's my relationship goals? What are my education and skill goals? What's my health and fitness goals? What are my home goals? What are my career and business goals? What are my family and friends goals? What are my financial goals? What are my hobbies goals? And what are my other goals? You see what I'm saying? Like maybe you have been consistently cleaning the trash can out or something like that. Maybe that's what it is. You got to consistently clean out the trash can. So that's what it is. It's like you have to. This is yours. It's the Ikigai guy. Like all this stuff is about you. It's not about. It's not about Denzel. It's just using the quote for inspiration because people listen to me, y'all. I know it sounds crazy, but people in my life, the people that's talking to me, they would try to like figure out how you are or how he is, and then I'm gonna be like that. No, be like you. Be you. And then right here, this is your goal planner. Like, make a plan, today's date. And this is something that you can just keep your goal, why, your milestones, and then your next steps. And then also, I put a habit tracker. And I think it's only for 2 days. Well, how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. Whoa. Anyway, I need to fix the habit tracker because it has to be for 30 days. What was I thinking? So anyway, I just saw the fault in my faults. Anyway, but that's it. It'll still be on the same two websites. It'll be on the Shaketi Ed website, and it'll be on the Shaketi Scouts website, the new address that I gave. So I had Acorns up here because I probably was talking to you guys about financial stuff. But www.shaketi.scouts.org, and it'll be up there for like by the end of today. Meaning the end of my today is like 3 o'clock. But yeah, that's it. So and it's 2:20 right now. But yes, go ahead and just check it out or whatever. This is like just something that's important to like vision boards are great. Vision boards are great, especially if somebody's not trying to steal it from you. Because like y'all they stole my vision boards too. Oh God, I'm not joking. Anyway, that's it. This is what did I put on her? Shantae Schuler with the 2026 vision board, and I'll be reposting after I make those couple of updates or whatever. So anyway, you guys have the greatest day, have the greatest 2026, and enjoy that life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Why am I trying to talk? I can talk like this. I do a good job.